Welcome back. So what we have so far is a reload system that works quite realistically. But there are certain games, like for instance, if I just take away 2 bullets from here, and if I hit reload, then it should just add 3 bullets from the max ammo instead of throwing the whole magazine away and putting in a new magazine. So not realistic, but there are certain games which let you do that, so that the player does not really have to bother about losing the existing ammo that he already has. So that's just one way to go about it. Now, this is an entirely optional video for you because it's not really required if that your design for your game does not involve this. If this is more realistic, right? So when you're in the middle of a firefight and you shot down like 7 to 8 bullets. When you hit reload, obviously it's not gonna just add 7 bullets. It's gonna add you're gonna throw away the magazine and you're gonna add a new magazine. So that's a little more realistic. But again, if you want to have it this way, like I shoot one, then I should expect to have only 6 bullets taken away from 75 of max ammo, and the amount of max ammo remaining should be 69, and the ammo should be then 25. So that's what we're going to work on, but again, it's up to you the way you like it. And we will if you want, you can entirely skip this video and go over to the next one where I explain how to add the animations for the reload, but this is entirely optional and I'm going to show it to you anyways, how you can get this done. Okay, so I'm going to hit escape and go back to my weapon base, not the player, where we are calling in the reload weapon, and we're going to have some checks in here before we actually reload the weapon itself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the reload weapon, and this is the reload weapon here, and the function is inside the weapon base. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to say duplicate, and I'm going to rename this to reload weapon underscore, I don't know, 1, and the second one to reload weapon underscore 2. Okay, so of course when I compile this and I go back to my player, and this is going to be reload weapon underscore 1. Now you can choose which one to work on. So the reload weapon underscore 1 is our old system, the way we've been working on it, and the reload weapon underscore 2 is what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all of this. We're going to get rid of everything here, and out here, and click on this and then just hit delete, and we will start from scratch on this particular one where we need something like just add the existing or the difference of the ammo and current ammo and the max ammo. So we need a new variable for that. Okay, and we need a variable called let's say ammo difference, and this is also going to be an integer because you can't have it anything else. You can't have half a bullet. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be needing to do is to check for some condition, and I'll say branch, and inside here I'll have to bring in let's say integer less than integer, and the two values that we're going to need is we're going to need the ammo and the magazine size. Okay, there you go. It just means that if the ammo turns out to be less than the magazine size, which means the player has fired at least 1 bullet and it's a time to replenish its ammo, so that will be fired in the true condition out. Okay, so if the ammo is less than magazine size, which means at least 1 bullet has fired, and if not, then you don't need to actually reload anything. So I'm just going to say print string, and I'm going to call this, of course, we're going to change this later. I'm going to call this full ammo, reload not required or something. I don't know. Full ammo is good enough, so it's self-explanatory. And compile that and go back to your player. And instead of reload weapon, let's bring, I'm going to close that, and I'll say, I'll just put this away somewhere here so that if we need that, we can use that later. And of course, I'll have this with the connection so that I just have to hook this up, and I don't have to do much. And then I just have to say reload weapon 2. Instead of reload weapon 2, the name is not the best out there. So I'm going to go back to my weapon base, And this looks like there are two different weapons, right? And I'll say reload weapon type. No, reload weapon method. Okay, and I'll do the same thing for reload weapon 2 as well. Reload weapon method 2, compile that, and when I go back here, and you should be able to see these things taken care of. So compile that, save that, come back here, play the game. Now it's 2500, so when I hit R, it says full ammo. I keep on hitting R, it says full ammo. So that works. Okay, so now we have to figure out the difference. So if I come back here, now we have to figure out the ammo difference. The way we do that is we gonna be saying integer minus integer. Okay, and so the the ammo difference is going to be the magazine size, which would be 25, and minus the ammo. So the ammo is 23, so which means that the ammo difference is going to be 2, right? And then it's going to look for, let's say, it's going to look for greater than. If it's greater than, integer is greater than integer. So I'll just hook this up here. So control and move this down here so to make it more readable. And if max ammo is greater than this, then we will proceed with our logic. Okay, so now I'm just going to bring this guy down, and from here I'll say branch. Okay, and this is going to be the condition that we'll check, and out here, and maybe I can just bring this down here and maybe move this guy down there so that it can be made to look a lot more neater. And this can come here, and these two guys can come here, out here, so that it's more readable than before. So now if it's false, then it's gonna just simply print full ammo, and if it's true, then it's gonna look for this condition. And after that, now this is where the ammo difference is going to be. So ammo difference we haven't really set up, so I'm going to pull a wire out and I'm going to say set ammo difference. Okay, and once I'm going to set that, I'll be connecting this to false, because even if it's false, I want to set the ammo difference, and even if it's true, I want to set it. So again, I'm going to set the ammo difference out here as well for true, and this value is also going to be brought in from here. So I'll just make a readout node, and I'll just pull it out from here and connect it to the ammo difference. So now it has ammo difference for both the conditions, true as well as false.